Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rebel Rewind. My name's Christopher. Eric's over here with me as always. How you doing, Eric?
I'm good, man. Excited for tonight.
I know. We're here, episode 8, season finale of Skeleton Crew. It doesn't feel like we've been watching it for that long. It's only been like 7 weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, it's like, where'd the time go? It's like,
right?
It's the season finale already. Can't believe it.
I know. Crazy. We'll get into predictions and stuff like that after we talk about our news articles here. But how's everyone doing in the chat? Let us know how you guys are doing. Let us know if you're excited and what your predictions are for tonight, too. T-Man's in the chat. Well, we did it. We are here at the end. To be honest, I'm loving the series way more than I thought I ever would. Yeah. The show is up there. Like, I think, you know what? I think next episode we might have to do a ranking of all the live action series, if that's cool.
I think it's going to shuffle some stuff around, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we should do that next episode. Let us know in the chat and in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. You want to see us do like a ranking of the live action TV series, like the live action Disney Plus series? Because now we got a new one, so it's gonna change some stuff, right? So, T-Man said I'm still waiting for the fried kids. Oh, jeez. Oh, T-Man. How are we doing tonight? Doing good,
man.
Yeah, can't wait for. We're gonna be waiting for Andor now. Andor's the next big thing coming out, right? So, T-Man does games. Became a YouTube channel member. Oh, thank you, T-Man. Appreciate it. I'm now a T-Man member. There we go. Mando armor, Mando Grogu foundling armor, Grogu. Clan Brandalorian says Jod na Kenobi. Yeah, see, we knew we would catch some eyeballs with that thumbnail there. No, we got some Kenobi news here as well. So yeah, but you never know, right? Maybe he's related to Obi-Wan Kenobi. They got the accent. He's got the accent, right? Maybe it's Kenobi's son, Kenobi and Satine, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that would be
right. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully, I'm hoping for some kind of flashback, even if it's like a quick one, just to show Jod, and then we know what's up with him, like what's going on.
What was that lady's name? The Jedi.
Oh, like Nina Nawood, I think. Nina Nawood. Yeah, we still haven't seen this character, and her listing is on Google. If you look up Skeleton Crew cast, it shows her, played by Haley Webb. So we haven't seen her yet. So it's got to be tonight.
Maybe we'll get a flashback. I'm hoping we'll get a flashback.
I'm hoping just like a quick flashback showing what's going on. Why is Jod force sensitive? Like, what's going on? Why did he choose the life of a pirate?
Yeah, maybe a little training session.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. We got Poptography in the chat. Hey Patrick, he says hello there, fellas. But let's jump into the first article. So we got this came earlier in the week, and I posted something on my channel there. So Game of Thrones star Rory McCann to play Balin Skull in Star Wars Ahsoka Season 2. So this is exciting news because they've been talking about recasting, and fans of kind of a lot of fans were hoping that it was going to be like Gerard Butler or Liev Schreiber, and I don't think Rory McCann's name came up at all. Nope. So the second season of Ahsoka is gearing up to start shooting this April in the United Kingdom, and as we inch closer to the filming startup, casting for roles in the series is taking place. One role that needed to be filled was that of Balin Skull, a character that was of great importance to the first season and left season 1 with hints at an exciting season 2 for the character, because we did see him on the carved hand statue of the father looking at that temple that's in the distance. Many are speculating it's Abeloth that we're going to see in the next season, and I think we had a news article that they were casting Abeloth as well. So So yeah, this exclusive report comes from Jeff Snyder from the Insider. Rory McCann, best known for playing Hound on HBO's Game of Thrones, has been cast as Balin Skull in the second season of Ahsoka, picking up the baton left by the late Ray Stevenson. So Snyder can confirm that he has heard he had recently heard that casting. There were two separate casting sources. One was a single source on December 30th, and then another source was mentioned it a little bit later. So there's a couple sources that are saying it, and like I said, McCann's name didn't even get brought up when fans were hoping for a Balin Skull recast. Like I said, I think Gerard Butler. There was a couple other actors. Gerard Butler, Liev Schreiber were like the top runners, I think.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Because I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I can't really say how. Okay, so I don't think I've seen anything with Rory McCann in it, but let us know if you have. It should be interesting to see. Yeah, I've heard good things about his acting in Game of Thrones, so it should be interesting to see how they continue Balin's story and how and see what Rory brings to the table for Balin. So yeah, it should be interesting to see. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I did watch some clips online and of his acting on Game of Thrones, and he does a good job.
Yeah.
Also, I did a quick little animation, or actually a photo editing of him. So I think he could pull it off. I think he'll look right as a character. He's got the size and everything. So I think they get him looking right. He'll be okay.
And if this was Filoni's choice, right? Yeah. If this was Filoni's choice, I trust Dave. So
so the character have to move on, live on. So I'm glad. If they would have done the same thing with T'Challa, Black Panther, kept this character alive, get another actor, to play him, that would have been a pretty smart move. But I'm glad they're doing this, with Balin, and let his character continue, his story continue, so he's got a very intriguing story. I'm thinking, season 2 is going to be very interesting, and it's going to be, I think, heavily based on him. So,
especially with some other rumors that we're talking about tonight as well. So, Patrick says everyone hopes for a flashback, Order 66 moment, perhaps. Yeah, hopefully. Right? I think you'll be able to pull it off. Patrick said. He said he played the character of Hound very well. Okay, good to know. That's what I've heard from quite a few people. So that's awesome. Good to hear. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that works out.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead into my first story. We're gonna go with the Ahsoka season 2, featuring Ewan McGregor possibly as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we may get a return of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it's been reported that Ewan McGregor will reprise his most iconic role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the upcoming Ahsoka season 2. The first season ended with a major cliffhanger where Grand Admiral Thrawn returns to the main galaxy and closes in on Dathomir alongside the Great Mothers. The Force Ghost of Anakin was shown watching over Ahsoka in the season finale closing moments, and this probably not surprise anyone that Christian Harloff, according to Christian Harloff. So Hayden Christensen is expected to have a pretty big role in season 2. So if we're going to have Hayden Christensen, hopefully we'll get Obi-Wan Kenobi. So the insiders have revealed that Ariana Greenblatt will return as young Ahsoka, and Ewan McGregor will reprise his role as Obi-Wan. So while a Force Ghost appearance is possible, Greenblatt's presence suggests that we're getting close, even more flashbacks to the events of the Clone Wars. Yes. So imagine him in a Clone War armor. That would be amazing to see him then.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan and Anakin encountered the Mortis God in that animated series on the Clone Wars, and so showrunner Dave Filoni hopefully recreates that it makes the perfect sense, which makes sense. Many of the fans turning into Ahsoka won't necessarily be familiar with the animated adventures, but we are. Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebel, but the with the events of the show is key to the story. So hopefully, Filoni shares. Oh, he says he shares his thoughts on Ahsoka season 2. He says he's been writing it, still a single writer on it. He's a single writer on it, which is cool. I like that one vision,
Yeah, exactly.
not many writers on it. So he's been enjoying doing that, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge for him, of course, and working on these story arcs has been a challenge, and making sure it all comes together. So he says he's pretty happy with what's going on so far. Loving working with Rosario Dawson in season 1, so he can't wait to get back in that and for season 2. So
yeah,
all great stories, and if we could get Obi-Wan Kenobi in Clone Wars armor, that would be epic.
Yeah, right. Because
what you think about this?
I'm excited for that. If this is actually true, because I mean, it seems like the way to go, and fans will love this. Fans have been asking for this since the first season of Ahsoka, when we saw Anakin in the Clone Wars flashback, and he saw Ariana Greenblatt playing young Ahsoka. So that could be cool. And then we got a glimpse of Rex in some of those flashbacks. So maybe we see Rex, maybe we see Cody, maybe Tamora Morrison comes in and does a cameo, right? How crazy could this be? This could be really awesome. I'm very excited. Yeah.
And I don't care what they say about what fan, putting it just
fan service. Yeah.
Fan service.
I mean, that's the whole point. Fan service is what it is. It's pleasing the fans, right? And hey, just give me as much of that. Yeah.
Moments like that goes viral online, man. I'm like, why not?
Yeah. T-Man says, "Hey guys, I'm back. Just getting some McDonald's for Grandma and I tonight for Skeleton Crew. Awesome.
I hope Grandma's doing better, man.
Yeah, hopefully Grandma's doing good. Is Grandma liking Skeleton Crew? Is she watching with you, T-Man? T-Man says, I'm glad to be a member. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, T-Man.
Yeah, so exciting news. It should be exciting with Baylan Skoll getting recast, and the news earlier, a few months back that we were talking about Abeloth being cast, and now Kenobi and Anakin and young Ahsoka and some flashbacks probably, right? So
when Sigourney Weaver was brought in, to be in a project Star Wars, we automatically, for the most part, I thought Abeloth, that would be awesome. But and then later on, we figured out she was going to be on the Mandalorian, so that's awesome too that they're going to use her on that. So, but imagine her as Abeloth.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you never know though. Maybe somehow Abeloth crosses over into the Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say that doesn't happen?
Yeah, but you're right.
Right?
You're right.
Maybe Baylan unlocks, brings her back somehow, and now she's the main villain in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yeah, for that movie.
Right?
Wow.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, Patrick said I want to see a Mortis flashback. Yeah. Right? But yeah, let's jump into the next story here. So there's some stuff in the works at Disney. So Disney's animated Star Wars future gets an exciting update. So the Bad Batch is over. What comes next for animated Star Wars on Disney Plus? Because apparently they're working on 2 different Star Wars animated series at the moment. So since around 2008, Star Wars held a steady track of having a flagship 3D animated series releasing new episodes every year. So Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, Clone Wars Season 7, and then the Bad Batch, of course. And then sprinkled in there, we got Tales of the Jedi, we got Star Wars Visions, Tales of the Empire. So yeah, four Star Wars animated series that could release next, because as I mentioned, they're supposed to be working on a couple different animated projects. So 4 possible ones that could be coming. So the Mandoverse comes to animation. That would be a good way to tell some more stories in the Mandoverse.
Mm-hmm.
Until now, the Mandoverse has only been explored in live action, telling stories between the original and sequel trilogies. However, as Filoni has played a key role in exploring the post-Return of the Jedi era and creating Star Wars animated projects, a 3D animated series around that timeline could be in the cards, which could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Exploring ancient years. So Daniel Richman, who initially reported Star Wars plans for 2 animated series, also stated on Patreon that Lucasfilm is developing a show in the Knights of the Old Republic era, thousands of years before the Skywalker saga. So
Okay.
perhaps that could be an animated show, which would be cool. I would much rather see that in live action and bring in Keanu Reeves, but if we get an animated show set in that time, I'm cool with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The third scenario could be the Galactic War, Civil War continues. So while the Clone Wars led to Order 66 and the start of the Galactic Civil War, Rebels and the Bad Batch explored that era as 2 vastly different groups fought back against the Empire's reign. Obi-Wan Kenobi introduced the Hidden Path as a group helping smuggle Jedi and Force sensitives across the galaxy before the Underground Network returned in Jedi Survivor. So the Hidden Path would open doors to many ongoing animation stories as well. And then, of course, the Tales of series. So we got Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire. Who knows? Maybe we get Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Rebellion, Tales of the Resistance. There's many
Mm-hmm.
options for that line as well. So either way, it's exciting. We got two animated shows coming or that are in the works. What are your thoughts?
I like the concept of the third story. The path, which
Yeah, the path, right?
would be awesome if we can get some more good stuff on that, because it's like we hear of it, we see a little bit on the Kenobi series, but it intrigues us. We
Yeah,
want to know more.
yeah, and we saw a little bit of it in Star Wars Vision season 2 in one of the episodes where
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was like the Indian girl like
Indian, yeah.
escaped, down into that pool that split up, and she went into that tunnel there. So I think that was what that was hinted at in that episode. So it could be cool, and in Kenobi too. Like we saw, what's his name in the what's that guy's
Yes,
name? I can't think of his
yes, I
name
keep
now.
forgetting his name
You
also.
know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Asajj Ventress's boy toy there. I can't think of his name.
Ah,
Right? It's
yes.
bugging me now. It's bugging me. Help me out, chat. Help me out. And I know who I'm talking about. Quinlan Voss. That's it,
William
Patrick.
Voss.
Ding ding ding. Yeah. A show about the path. Quinlan Voss. Yes.
Yes, there you go.
And T-Man said, yes, Grandma loves Skeleton Crew. All right, Grandma.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. That is awesome. Her and I have been watching together since episode 1. That's awesome, man. See, the power of Star Wars brings families together like that. That's awesome. I'm glad your grandma's enjoying it, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching it together. But yeah, exciting that we're getting some more animated Star Wars in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I'm glad. I want to
Yes.
see more of the path. So if we can bring that forth, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So let's go to my last story for this evening. I know we talked about this a little earlier, but we got a little bit more information on this. So James Mangold is setting his Star Wars a long time ago to avoid tangled lore. Mangold's Star Wars prequel will take place 25,000 years before any of the other films. We kind of went over that already, but the Star Wars movie will be taking place 25 years before any known Star Wars movie. So working title is Dawn of the Jedi. It's an area, the playground, that I've always wanted to explore, and I was inspired as a teenager. So I'm not that interested in being handcuffed by so much lore at this point that it's almost immovable. I can't please everybody. So hopefully it will finally address one of the writers, and this is the key point here. Hopefully it will finally address one of the writer's biggest pet peeve about other franchise prequel projects. the fashion, architecture, speech patterns should be different from the original properties. Culture doesn't stay the same that many decades, much less centuries. So I thought that was very interesting. We're going to get
Hmm.
a different dialogue from these actors, hopefully, if they do it right.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll like be confused, not confused, but we'll like have to do more research on what some of these words mean, because if you're going to use a different, like a more of a antique, not antique, but
Yeah.
throwback kind of language, that would
Yeah.
be very interesting to to see on film. And we would have
Yes.
to like really get a deep dive onto this and like really do a homework once we start watching it again. If it once it comes out on so we can watch it on Disney Plus or whatever. So we'll see if he falls into the same trap as other movie directors when the film actually comes out, or he actually takes this in mind. So as of this writing, Disney nor Lucasfilm has provided a timeline. But I think that was a very interesting, thing to bring up about, not everybody speaks the same. Like maybe 100 years from in the past, we didn't, English was different, a little bit different. Imagine 1,000 years before. So
Yeah.
hopefully, the speech language and the wardrobe would be different, much different than what we typically see from Jedi's.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That I'm excited for that project actually, just to
Yeah.
see how the first Jedi came to be. We could get different links to different stuff, like because the Jedi texts, the ancient Jedi texts that were shown in the sequel trilogy,
Mhm.
the first Jedi Temple. Could we see that stuff like brand new? And
Mhm.
when that was
Yeah.
first created, and this is going to be set even before the Knights of the Old Republic era too, right? So maybe we see the first Sith at some
Yeah.
point,
For sure.
or
Mhm.
like there's going to be a lot of firsts, and it's going to be so
And the
disconnected from
creation
the
of
rest
these
of Star
sequels.
Wars, but at the same time, like they could set up stuff in his movie and discuss it again in another movie, right? And connect it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Imagine another movie touching on the same location.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
25,000 years in the future, and like looking over these things and trying
yeah,
to figure out stuff. That's pretty cool. I like how they tie things in like that.
yeah, yeah. I like it too. Patrick said, "I'm curious how much will be used from the comic series Dawn of the Jedi." I know, right? We should see a division of light and dark at some
Hmm.
point, as it as in the comic series. Yeah, right. So like at some point, maybe like because the theory is, or at least I think it's going to be like the start of a trilogy. You and I have discussed it.
Hmm.
Um, I think we even discussed it with Mike from A Guy Who Loves Star Wars, that these three movies, the Dawn of the Jedi James Mangold movie, the Rey movie, and the Mando and Grogu movie. Those three movies are the starts of their own individual trilogies, which would make sense. So then maybe in like the third trilogy of the Dawn of the Jedi trilogy, maybe we see the first Sith break apart from
Hmm.
the Jedi, right, and
Yeah.
start the Sith, right? So
Yeah. For a good movie, you always have to have a good guy or a bad guy or somebody
yeah,
who's scheming. So that would be
right,
interesting.
yeah.
Would be very.
So it should be very cool to see. Um, but yeah, let's talk about Skeleton Crew, because we are moments away from it starting. Um, what's everyone's predictions and thoughts? What's going to happen tonight? Like I know, Eric, you and I both want to see some sort of flashback, like just a quick flashbacks,
Hmm.
and show Jod, like why did he choose the life of a pirate? Why is he force sensitive? Like is he related to a Jedi? Is he related to Obi-Wan Kenobi? Who knows, right? Like I know that'd be insane.
That
I
would
don't
be.
think they would go that way, but yeah, like what do you think, Eric? Like what, and cameos, cuz like we haven't had any cameos at all,
Mhm.
really. Like other than some voice. cameos. Like we had what's his name, Alfred Molina, who played Doctor Octopus in Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah.
Like voiced the character in one of the earlier episodes, but aside from that, we haven't had any real cameos from other series. So what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, like we were talking about earlier, man. I wish we get some kind of flashback, like some kind of flashback, and maybe who this character is. Was it Sarah or what was her name?
Norwood?
Oh,
Nina Norwood. Yeah.
Nina Norwood. Maybe I don't know if we can get some kind of flashback, just something that we can see that connection of this character.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of Order 66 scene. If we don't get that, then that's fine. I know they've done that in so many other films, so
but like
maybe not. But
I know.
It would be cool if they
did. Are you one of the people who are getting tired of the Order 66?
Nope.
No, I know. I enjoy it. Give me as much of that. Like, give me different perspectives and different points of view from that. Like, yeah.
But see, even if it's not at the temple, it'll be like maybe an off-world, right?
Yeah.
And
right.
Maybe they're hunting his mom down or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe hunting them down, and I kind of like separate, and he's saved and she dies or something like that. But
yeah.
Something that
that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, because one, we have this character Nina Norwood that when you Google the cast of Skeleton Crew, she shows up as a character played by Haley Webb. We haven't seen this character yet, so maybe it is an Order 66 flashback where the clones kill her, and that would explain Jod being Force sensitive, not trained at the temple, so he's got basic Force abilities, right? So he can move stuff. He can use a lightsaber. Okay, right? Like we didn't do anything too crazy. But then his mom dying could explain why he kind of went off on his own, kind of like, doing everything to survive, like ripping people off, becoming a pirate, doing all that stuff, right? So yeah. Patrick said supervisor is a sentinel with Palp's digital face. I mean, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Imagine this, and I'm just thinking this right now. I said, what if that lightsaber belonged to his mom?
Yeah, right?
All right. And so Rennick, right? Yeah, Rennick had possession of her lightsaber, and he's just pretty much taking it back. I don't know, just something thrown out there, but
yeah. I mean, you never know, right? You never know.
Yeah.
That's another one. Hondo cameos at the last moment, right?
Yes,
we need Hondo. Like, the pirate show, and then if Hondo doesn't show up, I would be so disappointed. Snowball is the captain all along. Yeah. That's another thing. Like the supervisor, like I don't know who the supervisor is.
Supervisor,
like, right? Like I don't know if they're connected to anyone, because the supervisor is at least playing it like he thinks it's the Republic coming to collect credit or collect the credits, right? So I don't know if he's anyone. I don't think he's in it, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Thrawn and the Empire, or like the Remnant Empire, like the Shadow Council, have something to do with the planet, like hiding the planet, and I don't know it, or even if it ties back to like Plagueis, right? Like Plagueis, because we saw the Muns, we saw the banking clan.
Oh yeah, they were in the
in
the mud. They were
and Plagueis had ties with the banking clan, right? And the Muns and stuff, and if Plagueis set something up, like hid the planet, so he was setting up for for his own army building, and now that Palps is gone, maybe the Remnant Empire kind of are using that to build Thrawn's army. I have no idea. I really have no idea, because like they haven't really left too many like hints or clues of who could be behind it, right?
Or Thrawn is the supervisor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Thrawn would be a supervisor, but maybe he'd be controlling the supervisor, perhaps. Right? What about cameos? Do you think we're gonna get any cameos? Like Hondo Ohnaka, obviously that's one that I would love to see, but like this whole season they've been paying off stuff that happened in the earlier episodes. They've been paying this stuff off in the later episodes. So like Fern, her talking to her nanny droid and telling the nanny droid to do a memory wipe. You don't remember this, so she did the same thing with SM-33 later on. The kids learning how to fly, like Neil learning how to fly. Jod taught him that. Jod taught Wim how to use the gunner station. They revisited that and paid that off in a later episode when they escaped from Lanupa. And then like the cargo, the claw thing, they paid that off, like, because the kids were fooling around with that, and then they paid that off in just this last episode where they grabbed Brutus, right? Yeah, so they're paying stuff off. I think they have to pay off the Republic, the New Republic, looking for Crimson Jack, as they called him in that episode, right? Because Kim called the Republic, let them know Crimson Jack is here. So you would think the Republic shows up possibly, and who's out there doing stuff for the Republic? Mando and Grogu, right? They're doing jobs for the Republic, so that'd be a nice tie-in, and it would make sense.
We'll probably get Carson as a
even Carson Teva would be up, right? Like, where's Carson Teva? I thought he was going to be in the X-wing.
Yeah, I know.
So let's refresh our screen here. Yes, it is out.
Hold up.
No, I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything.
Wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I see. We got it.
You see it?
Yeah.
You see it? All right. So the title of this episode is The Real Good Guys. Interesting.
I'm gonna have a timer if you guys.
Yeah. So Eric will have the timer like he did last time, and we'll start it when we both hit play.
It should be on time this time.
Yeah. So you guys can just look for the timer if you want to catch up with us. If you're joining a little bit later. The description says a journey filled with adventure comes to a surprising end. All right. So if you're ready, Eric, we'll do the 3, 2, 1, and then when I say play, we'll hit play, and you'll start your timer at the same time. Okay. So if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, play. And then T-Man gets his fried kids.
All right, so the timer should be right where it's supposed to be.
Here we go.
Man. I sure hope the kids or the parents see through this. Oh, okay. Got to see the
Yeah,
supervisor.
there we go. Let's see who he is. Here we go. Who's the supervisor?
I wonder how long this episode is. Okay, 32? No, 30. What's that? 36 minutes. Uh-oh. Huh. Wow. All the
Let's
faith
see
on the
him. Let's see the
supervisor.
supervisor, right? Like,
Okay,
let's
we're
see
going
him.
there now. Watch this be some droid or something.
Yeah.
Watch the supervisor be a B1 battle droid. Roger, Roger. Come on.
Right? Come on. Who's the supervisor?
Oh, look at this. Empire Strikes Back.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Feels very dark.
It's Palps. I look at the Death Stars, the panels.
Right? It looks
Yeah. Very Star Wars Imperial.
Yeah, very Imperial.
It's HAL 9000. Mm-hmm. Wow. Ooh. Nice. Oh, this is cool. He's kind of sloppy.
Yeah, he's a little bit sloppy. Yeah.
Oh, like a uh,
Oh wow.
Qui-Gon Qui-Gon move. Wow. So it's like an AI pretty much
Yeah, I
running
know.
the.
The
That's like HAL 9000 running everything.
uh T-Man, the timestamp, yeah, 9:35. T-Man, 9:36, right there.
Oh, oh, come on, mom. Hope she sets up a trap for him.
Right?
Oh wow, they're giving him access.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Not cool.
Nope.
More than that.
Right? Dad is clueless. Dad
He
is
is,
clueless.
man. He is. Uh oh. Man, how are they gonna stop all these pirates, man? And these people are pacifists. They're not gonna put up any front for these pirates. Oh, the shower.
Neil in the bathtub again.
Neil. We saw his dad at one point, but it's like he's always at work or something.
Yeah.
The yeah, Neil's dad. Oh wow. Oh my God, Dad, chill.
Dad, you're holding him back.
X-Wings.
There we go. See?
Yep.
Come on, Mando and Grogu.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. I think for sure we're gonna get Carson Teva.
Yeah, we got to get Carson. We have to get Carson.
At least. His dad's getting on my nerves. Yeah, they don't know anything about war. That's crazy. Return of the Jedi right here. Speeder. Oh, we get the real speeder scene right here.
Right?
Gun it.
Yes.
Come on, Pops. Nope. He didn't know you're going to try it.
No, he did. He made
got
it. Look at that.
It's like jumping ramps when you're kids on your bike. This is cool, man. I'm digging this. Oh, no.
No, Neil.
Oh. So they already got tons of that. It's probably not going to want to take off because of all that weight. Okay, docking clamps.
Yes. Level 7 systems coordinator. Let's go, Dad.
Now this I could do. Oh, there you go. Oh, I wonder what mom's expertise is.
Right? There goes the dad. He'll call his bluff. Whoa. Okay. Well, Yeah, there we go.
hopefully the pirate ship won't shoot him down. Then you'll have fried kids like T Man wants.
Yes, Neil.
Oh no. So basically trying to get out of the barrier so they can send that communication to the X-Wing.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yes. Come on, Mando.
So you think they'll be able to get past the barrier? Oh, there you go. See, there you go. Oh no! Please don't wreck the ship. Please don't wreck the ship. Come on, come on. Come on.
I think she'll get it.
Yeah, she will. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. Well, I guess not.
No, she got it. I think she got it.
She went into the trench, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That the ditch that they jumped. Yeah, we didn't see no explosion, so I think she's okay. Oh. Hmm. Flashback. Come on.
Flashback. Oh, a Jedi.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Oh. Nice. Good job. Come on, Wim. Oh, come on, hold it right. Oh, is he gonna do it right before? Ignite it right when he pulls him in.
Yeah, right.
Oh no. I wish you'd not done that. Oh, here we go.
And there goes the barrier.
Mm-hmm. Bet you that's an eerie view for them. Like something like they've never seen before. Stars. Uh-oh.
Yes, here we go. Yes, B-Wings too. Come on, Carson Teva.
Retreat. Why do you call his name?
Maybe they thought he was going to side with them. I don't know.
Hmm. Oh, it's a good thing he didn't get in the ship. No, it's a little too late now, buddy. You chose your side. There we go. Oh wow. Yay. She's all right. All right. Yay!
Yay, SM.
Right. So ball. It's their ship, man. They get to keep it as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Oh.
Was that a Corvette?
Do we get could you imagine if they give us Leia?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's it.
Is that it? That's it?
Think so. Let me yeah, it looks like it's just credits at the end. Is there any
I don't know.
end screen? No, I don't see anything at the end either. Nope. That's it. Wanted more, man. It's a good ending though.
It was a good ending, yeah.
Nice little bow at the end. A nice little, it was done well. I thought it was a good episode. Hold up, let me pull this, take these up. Off. All right.
Yeah, should have been longer. T-Man is right.
Yeah,
should have been longer.
You know what? It would have been cool if we would have gotten Carson Teva, at least, just for a brief second or something.
Yeah.
But I think all in all, as a show, it's a good show. I mean, I actually, it looks like if they were to cut it, and do it right, they could actually put this out in theaters. I would love to watch this in a theater. Yeah. What do you think about this episode, Chris?
I'm gonna say 9.5 out of 10.
9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a nice little tie-in with the X-wings was a nice.
Yeah,
little,
and the B-wings. The B-wings use
yeah.
They use the laser from Rebels.
The laser. From the call it the laser cannons or whatever.
Yeah, from Rebels, right? Where
Rebels.
Yeah.
T-Man
said this is so cool.
Was that a Corvette from Rogue One?
See that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it looked like the Corvette, Hammerhead Corvette, but I could be wrong. I'm not very good with the with ships, but
I'm still playing the credits here, man. I wonder if there's anything at the end.
Yeah, I kind of like skimmed over it. I didn't see anything. T-Man, yeah, I mentioned that they use the Calamari's laser cannon.
Yeah. Speeding through the suburbs.
Big chance we're going to see Vader tonight. I bet my money on it.
Right? Just kidding. Yeah. Women in the gang commit felonies.
Yep.
Ken Domick said, "Don't let the trolls from Night of Melvin get you guys." Okay. This is such a good finale. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good finale. I just wish it was a little bit more of a tie-in, but
I'm so glad to be here. Love watching love watching parties. Yeah.
I hope it was a good one, man.
Yeah. See, they just used the tri-laser from the B-wing from Rebels. Yeah. So T-Man says 8 out of 10. It was okay. Nothing happened with Jaw or Jose. But I mean, at least we got a
mention, though.
What's that?
I did like the mention of a little bit about his adoptive mom, the Jedi.
Yeah, but like, I would have liked to see a flashback, but
yes, that's what we were hoping for, man. But at least he kind of mentioned it. He didn't totally leave us in the dark about it, which was
yeah.
Okay. A flashback would have been better, but that's fine. Imagine if they would have did a flashback, but so he says
Yeah.
that somebody killed her, but they didn't say specifically if it was an Order 66 thing
I
or
mean,
what.
I think that's what he was implying. I think that's what was implied, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what was implied.
It was a well
right?
done episode. I think I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm going to say 9.5. I think this was the best one yet.
I would have given a little bit more points if we would have gotten a little bit more of a tie-in.
I needed some sort of like I needed Carson Teva in the X-wing at the very least, right?
Yeah,
like
why not? Why didn't they do it?
Like and the flashback would have been cool, but I mean I get why they didn't do it because like he did explain it. He explained that the he was trying to find food and stuff, right? Like he was worried about finding food, and then a Jedi came across him and taught him that stuff, and he was there when they hunted her down and killed her, right? So, and then the whole supervisor thing. What do you think about the supervisor thing? Because like that felt very Imperial. Okay, the whole like the dark, the wires, like
we were thinking we were gonna get somebody like
human, right? So like I think I don't know, like was that system put in place? Like the planet was hidden for what, like hundreds of years? Is what was mentioned in an earlier episode. But like, was the supervisor system put in place after the planet was hidden or before?
No, because the planet. I mean, yeah, it has to be. The system has to be done at the same time that.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's AI. I'm assuming it's some type of AI, or maybe somebody.
But like
somebody prior who downloaded.
So it would have been like pre. Yeah, it would have been pre-Empire, but it feels very Empire, right? Like the whole like it feels like the Imperials were. And like my thoughts to this whole series, the security droids, they're white and orange. Who else had white and orange? The prisoners on Andor in the Imperial, building the Death Star, right? They were white and orange as well. It just seems like the Empire is behind it somehow.
Yeah, it looks very Imperial. Even the switchboards and everything.
Yeah. Right.
But maybe there's something to it. I'm thinking probably there is because there's. I mean, it looked just too much like Imperial.
Yeah, I wanted Mando would have been cool, but I mean, I would have settled for Carson Teva.
Yeah.
In the X-wing, right? Like.
Nope.
And then when you saw the blockade runner there, I was like, oh man, like what if they give us Leia?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah, no, it was a nice one. We had some.
It was a good ending. It was a good ending.
It was definitely.
They did explain Jaw's thing, but like now I'm wondering, like, did they shoot Order 66 flashbacks? Because they still had. I'm gonna Google it again. Skeleton crew cast.
I'll tell you, they spared no expense with the graphics on this episode. I mean,
no,
last episode and this episode. Wow.
Right?
Beautifully done.
I would say this episode was the best episode, but I still need like 9.5 out of 10 just because Order 66 flashback would have pushed it over the top.
Yep.
A cameo from either Carson Teva or Mando and Grogu or Zeb, right? Like Zeb's working for the Republic right now. Okay, so we didn't see Haley Webb's character, Jedi Nina Norwood, right? So did they film a an Order 66 flashback and they cut it from the show?
They could have just left it. I mean, it was 34.
Yeah, but do you think that's what happened? Because like Haley Webb wasn't in the series at all, right?
That could have been something that it probably would have been more of an expense. But they have the what you call it, the location where they film in that what's this big screen called? They could have filmed it in there. You know, they didn't have to actually have a location or something
Oh,
like that.
and the volume, yeah,
The volume, there you go. Yeah,
yeah,
it would have been, maybe just a little moment, right? A little moment in that time, like
yeah.
we're in
Like shit, we didn't
the
even see
Jedi
her.
temple or
We
something.
we didn't even see her in the show.
Yeah. Why
So
have
it's
her? I
like,
don't get it. Why have her on the credits?
so
But
yeah, I know. So now I'm wondering, like, is that what happened? Like, did they film this Order 66 stuff and then they cut it from the show?
hmm.
They
What
decided
if
to go in a different
what if
direction.
they added? What if they added? They spliced up the movie and added that part so we can watch it in the theaters. What if that's the plan?
Oh, that'd be crazy, right? Release it in theaters.
I,
Yeah,
yeah, but
good episode
no,
though. I really enjoyed it. I
I
thought it
did
like
too.
it was a good finale.
Hmm.
It wrapped up like they did pay off. Kim calling the Republic. She said
Hmm.
call them anytime, so they called them, and the Republic showed up. So they did that. But like again, like the Order 66 flashback would have been cool, and then like I said, just a small cameo. Carson Teva would have been good, right? Just
Yeah,
to connect connect it
yeah,
somehow.
yeah. It felt like it needed it, but it was
But
all in all. We had the ship. Yeah,
at the same time, like this series stood on its own without any cameos, right?
yeah.
Without any, like it stood on its own, and people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like it was a
I
great
did.
series.
Yeah, X-wings,
Um,
B-wings.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and they had a lot of stuff, like a lot of Easter eggs and nods to other stuff, like other Star Wars content. In this episode, like we said, the B wings with
Mhm.
the calamari lasers, the laser cannons. Um,
Yep.
we we had other stuff
Moments that
like
felt like moments that felt like like Empire Strikes Back, or
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Also like the prequels with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi, through the wall,
yeah,
that moment where he
yeah,
got jawed, putting his lightsaber inside at the supervisor's eye or whatever it's called. But
yeah,
yeah, that was a nice little call back. I kind of felt that, that moment right there.
yeah,
Yeah, there was
right.
little moments that it kind of makes
Yeah,
you
and
think something
even
else.
throughout the rest of the series too, right? Like there
Yeah,
were little nods to the sequel, like the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, even like the speeder bikes.
the
Again, like
speeder bike scene.
through this episode, right? Like
Yep.
it felt like
Mhm.
Return of the Jedi again, right? Well, on
Yeah,
the speeder bikes. So
yeah.
yeah,
It
no,
felt good, man. It felt
that
good. The whole season was.
the whole
I
season
thoroughly
was great.
enjoyed this,
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, I think this was the best episode yet. But like, still, not 9.5. I think for it to get a 10, for me personally, I needed Carson Teva. Like I
Mhm.
said, at the bare minimum, I needed Carson Teva. At the most, maybe like Mando and Grogu, right? Because they're working with the Republic or whatever.
Or
And
or Zed.
the Order 66 flashback would have been cool too.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah,
That
I
would have
don't know.
been
Like,
that would have been a 10. That would have been a 10.
so that would have been a 10. That would have been
Yep.
11. And
It was-
yeah, I don't know. Like I just I don't know what happened there with the Haley Webb Jedi Nina Norwood,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be at the what they call it, the showroom, or splicing, editing floor, or whatever, that part.
Yeah.
I think they
Maybe they
probably
cut the
did that.
scene.
I don't know why
Yeah.
they didn't add it on there, but would have made sense.
Yeah. It would have been cool, but
But,
maybe
but
they're
we
like, you
got
know
to
what? We
mention
don't.
about it, so
Yeah, we got the mention of it, right? So like we found that out. But
mhm.
now it's like, who set this whole thing up? Because the whole like you said, like we've been saying, the whole supervisor tower, the panels felt very Imperial era.
Mhm.
It felt very dark, like the wires coming down. Like for a moment there, I thought Patrick was going to be right, and like it was going to be like the Emperor Palpatine, cyborg from Battlefront.
Yeah.
He comes out, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that would have made
great
sense
episode.
because it felt like it. It felt eerie like
Yeah,
that.
it felt like it. It felt very Imperial, right? So yeah, it's just
Even down to the
and now it's done. Now it's done though,
now
right?
it's
Like
done.
now we're done.
Went by
That's it,
too fast.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to do like a ranking episode. I don't know if we'll do it next episode or maybe the episode after, but we'll definitely have to do like a ranking of all the live action series and see where Skeleton Crew ranks against the rest of the live action stuff, right? So
this was the whole season, the whole show was unexpected gem. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, and the writing was great. The writing was great.
Who was the who directed this one?
Was it Christopher Ford?
Christopher Ford. Okay,
I think
he did the first and the last. Is that?
I think so. Yeah, let me just double check. Let me try and find it here.
Yeah, T-Man, appreciate you becoming a channel member, dude. Appreciate it. And yeah, we always have a channel member content only, so look out for videos. Myself and Chris that put up. We put up channel member videos.
Yeah, where's the episode 8? Here we go. 8 episodes.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we would have got a Mando, just a brief.
Yeah. So yeah, John Watts directed it. So John Watts directed the first episode as well. Yeah. So yeah, just interesting.
What's that, Chris?
I'm looking at writers. I didn't notice this before. It lists George Lucas as a writer.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
On IMDb. If you look at IMDb for the series, it shows writer Christopher Ford, John Watts, and George Lucas.
Huh.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. I'm kind of curious now because like did they do that with the other series as well? Yeah, so like this one doesn't actually. So a couple episodes do.
We need to get Pocket. I want to see her in something else, man. She's a cool character.
Episode 1, writers Christopher Ford, John Watts, George Lucas.
Wow.
Episode 2 is the same.
Huh. Maybe he consulted.
Maybe.
On this.
It's possible. Episode 3 is the same. Episode 4, same writers. Yeah. We get to episode 5. Episode 5 writers are Ming, Josh Westner, Christopher Ford, and John Watts. But let me see. Maybe he. And George. That's why his name is there, because it's based on the story on Star Wars. So he didn't write it. Okay, so that makes sense.
He didn't.
So yeah, that credited him because he came up with the original story, right? So, but yeah, overall, great episode, great series.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're left with more questions about the supervisor. Why did it feel? Why did we get that Imperial feel when they went up there? Right. Yeah. So many questions.
Also, what is he leaning towards now? Josh.
Right. Yeah.
Because he can't be trusted, but at the same time, he does have some skill, right, with the lightsaber and So Order 66 already came and went, so they're not gonna. It's not like that he's being hunted right now. So
no.
makes me wonder what's in store for his character.
Yeah, and he didn't leave that Atten, right? He's still on the planet as far as we know, right? So I guess we'll see if we get a second season. Maybe we see Jod in the Mando
movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Get him out of prison just to bring him to help. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, thanks everyone for hopping in the chat and joining us.
Appreciate everything
this evening, and we'll see everyone in the next episode.
All right.